Well, good afternoon. It's a sunny, amazing day in the southeast side of Cleveland, Ohio. We are here this afternoon to celebrate KeyBank's investment to support home repair programs across the city of Cleveland. Last month, through the support of City Council, we used $15 million of American Rescue Plan investments to fund home repair and home rehab all across the city. And we know, based on the work we did with our property survey, that there are many homes all across our city from east side to west side that need basic repairs and basic financing to make sure we can stabilize our neighborhoods. But one of the biggest challenges is there's a massive gap in terms of access to capital for many working class residents all across the city. And today's support with KeyBank is going to go a long way to addressing that missing capital need around these programs. I also want to just again thank City Council for the leadership in this effort. As many of you know, our administration, with the support of City Council, has been very focused on revitalizing not just the entire city of Cleveland, but the southeast side. And today's historic investment is a testament to that focus and continued momentum around that critical investment. Lastly, I got to thank Miss Brenda Reese. We are in Mrs. Reese's home. Miss Reese and I go a long way back. She was my Sunday school teacher right up the street at Zion Chapel Baptist Church, and to be here at her home celebrating this historic investment for me as mayor is certainly a dream come true. So I want to thank Miss Reese for allowing us to be here at her home today. Let's give her a round of applause as we can, because she's been fighting the good fight for a long term in our city. And now I have the honor to introduce the chairman and CEO of KeyBank, Chris Gorman. Chris.
Excuse me, and thank you, Ms. Reese, for hosting us, and thank you, Mayor Bibb, and thank you to the leaders of Cleveland out there every day doing what you do. At Key, we're immensely proud to call Cleveland home. We are steadfast in our commitment to lift and support and revitalize this great city on this beautiful day here in northeastern Ohio. As part of our commitment to our hometown, today we are here to talk about home ownership, a critical milestone for so many of our community members, but ownership is just the beginning. Once ownership has been attained, maintaining that home is the next phase, one that is just as critical to the long-term financial wellness and success. In that spirit today, we are proud to announce a KeyBank Grant of $2.5 million to community partners who will support this program. And this works in conjunction with all of the funds, the ARPA funds that the leaders of Cleveland have dedicated toward home maintenance, which is so important. I want to thank Mayor Bibb and his staff. I want to thank City Council leadership and all involved in making this program possible, and all that each of you do to support this great community. Thank you again. It's clear that we all share the same purpose, and that is to help our communities thrive. And it's our privilege to work alongside each and every one of the leaders at this podium this afternoon. I would be remiss if I did not mention that this grant is the latest in a series of offerings and programs that KeyBank team has brought to the Cleveland market, including our Neighbors First Credit and our Key Opportunities Home Equity product. On behalf of the entire KeyBank team, we are thrilled to continue to support the Cleveland community on the path to home ownership. With that, it is my distinct pleasure to turn the podium over to Kevin Nowak, who is with CHN Housing Partners. Kevin?
Good afternoon. As Chris said, my name is Kevin Nowak. I'm the president and CEO of CHN Housing Partners. It's an honor to be here today with Mayor Bibb, Council President Griffin, Councilman Jones, and Chris Gorman. CHN Housing Partners is a 42-year-old nonprofit affordable housing developer, housing services provider, and residential lender. We were founded by 6 CDCs here in the city of Cleveland to address housing challenges. Our mission is to leverage the power of a permanent address, which we believe is the foundation on which strong families and communities are built. In partnership with sister nonprofits, public and private entities, we serve over 60,000 families annually. Since our founding, we've helped develop over 7,000 affordable homes and helped 3,200 families become homeowners. Since our founding, partners have made this work possible. So we thank you, Mayor Bibb, Council President Griffin, for your partnership on a number of different housing initiatives, including home repair. And we thank you, Chris, and your team at KeyBank, and particularly KeyBank Foundation, Chanel Smith, Eric Fiala, Eric Brown, and others, on your partnership on so many housing initiatives, including many of our permanent supportive housing developments, our financial counseling work, and CHN's lending arm, and of course, our home repair today. The need for home repair in the city of Cleveland is enormous, where some have estimated at between $750 million and $800 million. So we have a lot of work to do. We believe home repair has a triple bottom line for our residents. It helps to make them more housing stable. It helps them to live in a healthier environment. And it helps to improve our property values. But today's investment goes beyond repair. It's an investment in people and their futures. We want Clevelanders to believe that they too can be homeowners and that they too can build generational wealth for their families. And in order to do that, we must address the aging housing stock, which often is a barrier to home ownership. With our Believe mortgage, which exists to help make ownership reality for many who never thought possible, we find that many home sales in the cities fall at the inspection stage, when the cost of necessary repairs becomes a barrier to a prospective buyer. An investment in home repair will address this. An investment in home repair is a down payment towards expanding home ownership in Cleveland. And lastly, how will we deliver home repairs in Cleveland matters. We are creating an innovative system that serves as a one-stop shop for home repair. Our vision for this system is to act as a single entry point for multiple programs to make it easier for Clevelanders to apply for home repair support. We work with our existing partners, and we invite others who are administering home repair programs to join us to make this a robust home repair resource for Clevelanders for many years to come. Again, thank you all for being here today, and particularly KeyBank Foundation for their investment. We are so grateful for your commitment to our city and the families we serve. Thank you.
Well, good afternoon. So approximately a week ago, myself, Councilman Joe Jones, Councilman Kevin Bishop, and Councilwoman Deborah Gray, who represent the southeast side of Cleveland, had the good fortune and opportunity to walk the neighborhoods of the southeast side with Mr. Gorman and his team, Eric and Chanel. And I would tell you that it was really, really encouraging to see Mr. Gorman and the KeyBank team really come out and get a firsthand experience and a windshield survey and an on-the-ground experience on what we're really dealing with in the city of Cleveland. Cleveland City Council, as the mayor said, has been strictly aligned to really deal with housing instability in the city of Cleveland. We focused on affordable housing. We've focused on home ownership through down payment assistance, gap financing, and other resources that we've put forth into it. We focused on removing some of the blight in some of the homes that have needed some of the blight. And we've also, in partnership with the Lead Safe Coalition, have raised approximately $115 million in order to try to make sure that we can make homes lead safe in the city of Cleveland. So the commitment from 601 Lakeside towards housing stability and strengthening our housing stock has been there. It's great to see that we have now a corporate partner that is stepping up to put $2.5 million to deal with what we believe is one of the most pressing needs in the city of Cleveland, and that is home repair. As many of us walk our neighborhoods, we see seniors living on fixed income. We see single parents that are working 2 jobs, but just don't have the ability to make the repairs that they need to make their home stable. We believe that safer communities, well-educated communities, communities that show growth and prosperity, communities that will increase our population in the city of Cleveland, start with having strong neighborhoods, and strong neighborhoods start with having healthy, strong housing. So this commitment from a corporate, philanthropic, and civic partnership is well needed in the city of Cleveland, and it's an impact that I think is going to be felt through years to come. The last thing that I will say is that government cannot do this alone. We have to have all of the alignment in place in order to make sure that we make this impact. So we need the private sector. We need the philanthropic community. And yes, we also need the public sector to all come together in order to form this partnership so that we can continue to make this city the best location in the nation. So thank you all for being here today. And Ms. Reese, thank you so much for opening up your home to us. And we appreciate you on behalf of all of my colleagues and myself that are here with me today, Councilman Jones, Councilman Bishop, Councilwoman Gray. We all appreciate this commitment from KeyBank to our neighborhoods. Thank you.
I guess we have time for a couple questions.
Mayor, this is ARPA money, so you got to spend it really fast. How are you going to make sure you get this money out the door and it doesn't end up just waiting to be spent?
Well, first and foremost, having great partners like CHN help us deploy that capital in an efficient way as a key part of that strategy. And then secondly, led by Alyssa Hernandez, our Director of Community Development, we're going to make sure we have the right systems in place in collaboration with City Council to get these dollars out as quickly as we can. And at the onset of our administration taking office, one of the biggest things we wanted to focus on was leverage, leverage, leverage. And having a partner like KeyBank leverage our $50 million capital commitment is going to go a long way to incentivize other private sector stakeholders to help us leverage these dollars to restore and fix all of Cleveland's neighborhoods. These bees are coming after me today, huh? Any other questions? Okay.
If I could, question for Mr. Gorman. You often hear people say that in the city of Cleveland, it's hard to get a loan to buy a house at the $100,000 price range. Could you give us a sense of, from the private banking world, what opportunities are out there for people to get financing, and should there be more of them?
Well, sure. Well, first of all, thank you for the question. And there sometimes is this misnomer that there's some kind of price limit or price requirement. That's just not the case. And so as we look at all the loans we're doing in and around Cleveland, they range in all sizes. And also, we've also put together a program where Key will provide $5,000 to help people with closing costs and to help people with expenses. So, there's a million levers to pull, and those are just a couple of the levers that we're pulling. Thank you for the question.
Okay. I think it's time for us to get a check.
Now you have to take this to our branch.
What do you want us to know?
Over this side.
Miss Brenda again, I'm sorry.
Come on, Miss Reed.
Chris,
Okay.
Blaine. I love that all y'all are listening.
But let's not put it in front of Miss Brenda's face.
Yeah.
I would like her to be visible.
Yeah.
All right, let me get on this side of you, JB. You look good? Where are we looking?
Oh, Director Hernandez, come on.
Oh yeah, come on right here. Come on, my sister.
You'll stand up. That's great. All right.